Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, we're back. Like I said, I ran out of time. Long-winded, talking too much. So we're gonna finish the last two problems. I think we did that one, and we're gonna finish right here. So we have a -5 times z, because that is the relationship here, is equal to a -30. And what I like to do is I divide it in half. I have a left and I have a right side of the problem, and the halfway is through the equal sign. And so, like we did before, you always want to solve, whenever the goal of solving algebraic problems is to get the variable by itself, to find out what z is equal to. So we got to get rid of the -5. And so we look here and it's multiply. So we do the opposite of multiply, which is divide. And we divide by a -5, and -5 over -5 is just 1. So now we can say that this is equal to just 1z. And then we joked about that in class, like a onesie, like a little baby wears. So anyways, whatever I do to the left side, I got to do to the right side. So now I have to divide the -30 by a -5. So when I do that, I get z equals -30 divided by -5. Divided by a negative is positive, and 30 divided by 5 is 6. And if you have trouble with that, use a calculator. But one thing that we're doing is we're going a step further when we're solving these, and we're saying, let's check our work. So we know z is equal to 6, so let's plug it back into our original equation. So -5 times 6 is equal to a -30. And we punch this part right here in our calculator, and yes, we will get -30. So we know that we are correct, and we're happy, and we can move on. Okay, the last problem. The variable looks a little different, and yes, Mr. Nemo's going a little too far maybe, but instead of just the letter M or whatever, we decided to use the letters MGO B or MGO blue. And again, divide it in half, left and right. We want to get the variable, which in this case is a couple letters, by itself. So what we're doing here is we are dividing, so we have to do the opposite. We have to multiply. So if we multiply this by a -5, and realistically, or what we're actually doing is multiplying it by a -5 over 1, then it cancels out. Because what we have is, and we could say this is 1 MGO blue or MGO B, and when we multiply over, the 1 times -5 is -5, and then a -5 times 1 is -5. And so that cancels out. We know from before that that's equal to just 1. So when we multiply by a -5, it cancels everything out on this side. So all we're left with is just the 1 MGO blue. And so whatever I do to the left, which was right here, I have to do to the right. So I have to multiply this by a -5. And so we're going to have MGO blue is equal to 4 times a -5, which is a -20. And again, like I was saying before, we have to check our work. So we go back. Whoop, I dropped my marker. And we plug it in. So MGO blue is actually equal to a -20, and I'm plugging it in up here, just rewriting it down here, over a -5, and we're saying that that is equal to a 4. Is that the case? The negative divided by a negative is positive, and this is positive, so that's good. And then 20 divided by 5 is 4, so we are good. Everybody's happy, and we're going to get an A on our quiz. So go back, watch the 2 videos, understand what I'm doing, make up your note cards, and make sure that you are comfortable with the type of problems that I did here. You will see them again, probably very familiar, and maybe a couple more examples. And if you can understand everything on the video, you're going to do very well. Study, 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 and good luck.